can I tell you, this is my third time trying to record this, and all of them have been user error. So that is my complete fault. I'm so glad you're here. Please stop scrolling. I have 8 cards on the table. Here's where we're going to go. We're just going to go for it. 2 of Swords in reverse, okay? King of Swords in reverse. 6 of Coins in reverse. You are at an indecision. You've plateaued. You are at a stalemate. You're like here. You were climbing. You were climbing. You have come from nothing and now you're here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Hey. So now like you are at a place where spirit is saying, we got to go. We have to do things now. King of Swords in reverse doesn't have to be a man, can be a woman, can be non-binary, but this is a toxic masculine energy, air energy. Also, this is also a suggestion, okay? But Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, all right, doesn't have to resonate that way. Take what resonates, okay? But with this energy, that this is like somebody who misuses the truth or misuses power around the truth. So this is a lot of like intellectual energy that is completely mishandled, misused, and is used to manipulate the people around them. They want everybody around them to think that they're smarter than everybody else. There's no room for anybody else, right? We have the 6 of Coins in reverse. The 6 of Coins in reverse is about you stepping into your self-care. You have been doing self-care. I feel like you have been doing reflections. I feel like you have been like stepping into the space of going like, wait, hold on. I don't understand why I am the way that I am. And spirit is saying it's generational trauma. It's generational trauma. So I feel like that's what spirit is saying, okay? Then we have the high priestess. They're like, you have been on this spiritual journey. You know what's up. You have been on a healing journey. You have come such a long way, right? You have come such a long way. And nobody can deny that. Nobody can deny that you are amazing, that you are the boss, like that you are very deserving of where you are right now. Nobody can deny that, okay? But then we have the Queen of Cups in reverse, and we're just not doing enough self-care to maintain. We're not doing enough self-care in order to maintain, because right now, okay, the reason why this is coming out underneath the King of Swords in reverse. The reason why this is coming out is because you were taught how to monitor people in your life. You weren't taught to be independent. You weren't taught to like think independently. You were taught, well, let me see what I'm going to do based on how they're doing today. Let me see what my actions are going to be based on what's going on over here. So you learned how to be codependent. And even though you have broken through so much of that red tape, even though you've gotten through a lot of that trauma, it's still here. You're at like the next level. You're at like one of the deeper levels of like, how do I work through and break free and call back my power when it comes to this codependency that I have? I want to release this, right? So we have the Strength card, and they're saying like, this person's a coward. The fact that they manipulate everybody, everything, right? The fact that they're so insecure, the fact that they have to use science or articles or literature, whatever, to back them up because they literally don't have an original thought, right? They're saying, step into your courage, because the toxicity in this person where all they do is have like whatever it is to back them up, but to back up everything they're saying, you have the divine backing you up. You have the divine backing you up. You have this infinite wisdom. You are awakened, my love. You are a completely awakened soul. And that's what you have backing you up. You don't need any of those other. You are so smart, and you are like infinitely smarter than this person. Infinitely smarter. Okay, then we have the Judgment card in reverse and the Moon card. This is where we stopped, okay? The Judgment card is about like you doubting yourself and your spirit guides, your spirit team, source God energy, the divine, whatever gods and goddesses that you're working with, Jesus Christ Superstar. I don't know who you're working with, but they're all saying stop doubting yourself. Okay? Stop doubting yourself right here, right now. Because when you're doubting yourself, you're actually letting that speak so much louder than what they're calling you to do. You're letting that take over. You're letting that scream at you. You're letting that fear, that anxiety, that depression, that the doubt, all of those things, you're letting that scream so much louder than the infinite wisdom that you have inside of you. Infinite. Like, I'm talking like you have access to everything. And maybe that's something that you've been wondering. This is your confirmation. You absolutely 100% divinely have access to everything. You have had your Kundalini awakening. You can access the Akashic records. You have access to everything. But you're letting this generational trauma, this fear, this 3D programming BS speak louder than your divinity. So you're remaining hidden, you're hiding. And you're staying in this fear, and you're staying in this illusion, and you're being a little deceptive, but I don't know if you're being like deceptive with other people, but it's definitely with yourself. So you have the Knight of Coins, and Spirit is saying just take the first step. All you got to do is take that first step. Take that first step and put the work in. You have to show the universe. Remember, the universe is you. The universe is your mirror. The world is your mirror. Okay? The second that you put that energy out there, the universe is going to respond to you. And it's going to respond to you infinitely. Okay? But as long as you are taking those steps, it's going to respond. But when you're not taking any steps, it's not going to respond at all. Okay? They're showing me this. This is the Ace of Swords in reverse, but they're showing me specifically in this deck how the sword is piercing through the mind. And it's like this right here is like, okay, let me see if I can put this into words. What I'm getting is that like this, oh gosh, I just thought of something like really, really, bear with me. I just thought of like, if you're familiar with Frida Kahlo and that accident that she had on the bus where there was like a steel rod that pierced her body. Oh my God, I'm going to get emotional. And it pierced through her womb. And she grieved for so long about how she could not have children with her husband, Diego Rivera. And she wanted a child. I think she even like conceived, or there was like a baby involved at some point. I can't remember the entire story. If you remember the story, please put it in the comments. This is your mind right now. What they're showing me is like, this is the metaphor for like how you are allowing this programming, this trauma to pierce your mind and to cut off this like creativity, this magic that you are so capable of. And I'm getting so emotional. I'm so sorry. But like the brain and the body and divine energy and consciousness can move and work in like the most amazing, miraculous, divine ways. And why does that happen? It's because of you. Why does that even happen? It's because of you. Because when you decide that you're not going to allow something to stop you from your freedom, from allowing your divine energy to flow through you and to empower the collective consciousness and the people of the world, when you decide you're not going to let that stop you, there are so many blessings. Like the world will move around you to support you, to make sure that you can keep going. That's how important you are. I mean, I didn't even live in the time of Frida Kahlo, and the amount that woman, that beautiful, beautiful woman, has impacted me. And now in this reading, and all of you, I see it. You can't allow this person, this know-it-all, this person who is so weak and so cowardly and just like insecure. You can't let this person decide your fate. You're the only one that gets to do that. So I love you, and I hope this helps you.